Anagha, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Please introduce yourself fully. Tell us about your work and please tell us a story.
Thank you so much, Eric, for giving this opportunity yet again. Been telling stories now professionally for the last 8 years, and it's been a wonderful journey. And pandemic has opened uh, the gateway for me to tell stories to adults. So I think I'm enjoying this space where I'm sharing stories with adults and learning and growing as a person. So it's quite healing as well. So the story that I'm going to share today also is a very personal story. And every time I have already told this story in many forums, and then every time I say this, a part of me just heals. So thank you so much for accepting this. And here we go, breath to breath. There we sat, looking at each other, breathing together. With every breath, there came a memory that had grown with us, and a memory that was just ours alone. All memories are to be shared, isn't it? And I shall just do that as the memories come in. Toilet. Yes, Amma, that's exactly where I was throwing Nandu, the newborn baby, my sister. But I was just 2 years old, isn't it? I don't know if it was jealousy or anger, for she had become the center of your life now. You had your reasons, but I didn't know that, Amma. In your ninth month of pregnancy, the BP had shot up, and the doctors had advised you to go in for a C section. But you thought about me. What will my little baby do? How will my mother in law look after her? And you decided to leave it to the fate of God. And then Nandu, my sister, was born terribly underweight. The doctors even predicted that she's going to have a lot of health issues. Drowned in guilt, you took it upon yourself to make sure that she survives. And did she? Of course. Look at her now. She is this beautiful woman just because you did not give up. And Amma, you remember when you used to teach her and make her do homeworks? We used to have that round dining table, and she would refuse to write, and you would chase her around. And at one point, we would not know whether you are chasing her or she was chasing you. And me, Appa, and my granny were thinking, this is such a funny sight. But we never dared to laugh because your scorns were enough to zip us up. Now for the next memory, dolls. No, 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 no. It's not the lot of dolls that you got us. Every time you would take us out, people would look at both of us and say, ha, look at Anagha and Nandu. They look so pretty, just like dolls. That's how you would dress us up. No, Amma. It is not the number of dresses we had. It's how creatively you dressed us up with the minimal clothes that we had. And every time we both were on stage, our teachers would just be very calm, for they knew we would be turned up exactly how they wanted. Turned up beautifully? Impeccably? Well, that's synonymous to you, isn't it? I can still smell the fabric of the saris that you wore, the neatly pinned saris, neatly painted nails, the big bindi that made you you, an impeccable epitome of grace that you are, Amma. A secret. Do you know? Every time you went and came back and you changed and would go to the kitchen, I would run in and drape the sari around myself and look into the mirror to see if I was anywhere close to the grace that you had. But no, I couldn't metamorphosize into a butterfly like what you were, Amma. Butterfly? Yeah, that's my next memory, Amma. That's how your kisses were on our cheeks, barely touching us. And they were so rare. You would hardly hug or kiss us. And when we complained, you said, "Why do I have to do it? Whom else will I love? Why should I show that to you?" The demonstration of love was always Appa's, Daddy's. How you would blush when he would come and hug you and kiss you when we were around. And the authority that you had on him was only yours. We couldn't tell even a word to him. That's the love that you had on him, isn't it? Authority and respect. But when I was a child, I never understood if that was love and whether you both really loved each other. But now I realize that was the love you shared, the space that you gave each other to grow as individuals in your marriage. And Amma, it's only because of that that I am able to just invest myself into my marriage without any fear. Yes, so blessed. But you know what? All this was only to us. To your grandchildren, you were a different personalities. I think you had twin personalities, isn't it? Twins. Yeah. Arjun, Abhimanyu. Every time you took them out in that pram, your eyes would gleam with joy. People would come and look at the babies and you would say, "This is Anagha's son Arjun and that is Anandita's son Abhimanyu." They are just 8 months apart, and how you pamper them. And even after telling all this, there would be something that would have happened there. And you would wait for us to come back from office and you'll say, "How foolish are these people?" I tell them that they are your children, the sister's children, and they'll ask, "Are they twins?" And you would laugh. They are blessed. I think they are twins, Amma. They're piece of the same pod, isn't it? They're just blessed because they're connected to you. We all are. Daddy, our husbands, even the little button and candy, the turtle and the dog in our house. You are the thread which binds us all together. Blessings. Amma, you remember the festivals. You would cook such delicacies and you would have stacks of boxes. Nandu and I would keep looking at each other and say, "Shall we eat? Shall we eat?" And you would say, "Huh, Daddy has to finish the puja, the prayers." And then you would turn and we would peek and see that smile in your eyes. And that was enough for both of us to start giggling. And how we would giggle. And you know what? That's become a family ritual. Now, even our children giggle during pujas. But don't judge me, Amma. Who can resist your cooking? Even the very thought of it waters my mouth. I mean, my mouth starts watering. All the delicacies that you did, or even the simple rice and rasam, was enough to floor anyone. But when your sisters and brothers came home, your cooking stretched and bent to that level which we never got, isn't it? Hairpin bends. That's what you did, no? Whenever we went on trips, when we used to climb those hills in the cars, you would count the number of hairpin bends that we had, just like a small child. And all these small things that you enjoyed. When we went to beaches, you would not even bother that you had two small children. You would run into the waves and that touch of water to your leg, and you would just jump like a small child. And the giant wheel and those Columbus and the roller coasters. Hmm. You were so brave. I would chicken out and I would never come with you. You remember, Amma? And you would eat that big snack papad taco like thing which was sprinkled with chili powder. Achoo! I would go, for it was so spicy and I couldn't even breathe. Breath. And now I sat there looking at you, Amma, lying in the hospital bed, your whole body racking in pain. I didn't want to move away from your glance or your sight, for I didn't want to miss anything. I wanted to make more memories with every breath that you would or could take. Is that what you want, Kanama? More memories? I shall make it for you. I could hear you say it, Amma. But at what cost? No, you shouldn't suffer more. You were ready to journey alone, Amma. You were ready to journey alone. There I sat, looking at you, catching every wisp of air, a memory etched forever. And there I saw your peaceful face as you breathed your last, a memory that's etched forever in my life. But Amma, now it's your turn to breathe within me, within my heart, with the memories, just like how I breathed when I was within you in your embryo. And this journey will continue, you breathing within me, a journey of breath to breath. Thank you all. So this was a story which I just compiled of all the memories that I mean, obviously I couldn't compile all the memories, but something that I could write so that I could narrate it and heal the loss of my mother when she left me a year and a half back. So every time I narrate this, there's a piece of me which just heals and says, yes, you're there with me. So thank you, Eric, for giving me this platform to share it yet again and make me feel nice.
Thank you. It was very beautifully told.
Thanks, Eric.
Now, one very striking thing about this telling is that every word of it, every moment is you are speaking to your mother. Or
Yeah.
you're speaking to your memory of your mother.
Yes, that's how I wanted it to be because she is there and I still converse with her. So that's how I wanted to tell the story. So yeah.
Anybody, any thoughts? Gustavo?
I was very moved on your work because I have these things with my mother. Also, I wish I could make it that way. I always try to do. I have a fork that she had, and I had a fork that she used to use when she was in a boarding school in Peru many years ago. And I've tried to make a personal story about that, but so far it hasn't been possible. And I really appreciate your story and your laughter and your um, memory and seeing your mother there and your body language and your face language is very good. That's
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Gustavo.
Maura?
I also want to thank you for your story. It really gave me the goose pimples, and it came so much from the heart. And I think I'm particularly touched because on Saturday was the 3rd anniversary of my mother's death. but I had, well, to put it mildly, quite a difficult relationship with her. But strangely enough, I came to the same result, and it was so beautiful at the end when it said, I have her inside me, because also all the difficult issues, I realize I still have some healing, forgiving work to do, but I had the same realization. It's me, it's inside me. That's an inside job, and just the same as you. And yeah, I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And this is one of the reasons that I wanted to tell the story of my mother, because I thought the memories of hers has to be shared because she has to be celebrated. And what better way to celebrate her when I can share her stories, and it triggers those memories in each one of us and helps us heal some part of us within ourselves. It could be with the mother, or it could be with anybody within in our lives. So this is the way I celebrate my mother, spreading the love just like how she did when she was alive.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You know, at the end, you said your mother is inside you, and really your mother is all around you. And for you to tell that story to your mother while you're looking at us, looking at me, it's almost like I'm your mother.
Yeah. True, true. Yes.
Lipika?
Yes, Anagha, your story was really touching and it was so beautiful. When you said that I converse with my mother, I do the same. She just passed away in 2021 and I'm still in the process of healing. And
Yeah.
I do converse when I look at her in her photograph. If I have some problem, I just go and talk to her. So that is the thing I could relate, that you converse and I do the same. It was beautiful. Your story was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think Rachel has.
Rachel, go ahead.
I too want to thank you. It was very moving. It is a year since my mother died, and we are across cultures, but I had many of the same experiences with how my mother dressed and wanting to be like her and feeling that I didn't have the same grace, and not understanding the relationship between my mother and father, and the respect that they gave each other. Also, my mother was sparse with showing her affection, and
Oh my God.
the same as your mother. And so there were so many similarities that you captured, and it was amazing that you encapsulated many of my experiences. When you said the butterfly kiss, I could feel it. As someone else said, your expressions were wonderful. You really created the feeling of everything you were saying and the texture of it. And this is a very moving and powerful story, and so warmly told with so much love.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Means a lot, and more love and strength to you as well.
Thank you.
Great. Anuradha, I don't see you, but I see your hand is up electronically. Oh, there you are. Yes.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Anagha, I'm listening to the story second time. First time when I heard the story from you, that was a time, 15, 20 days back, I lost my mom. So now when I hear the story, this moment, I feel that, as you said, Mama's memory is within us. I feel that she is within me each and every breath. Thank you. It is really healing to listen once again. I'm so blessed to hear today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anuradha. Thank you so much.
It means a lot for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, I think now we need to go on to the next teller.
Thank you.
And everybody who's on a phone, like Bala, if you can, try to stabilize your phone. You know, if you can lean it on a pile of books or something, because it's a little distracting when the pictures are moving around. So everyone try to stabilize. Okay, just one moment here.